welcome back to the channel, guys. Remember to like, share, comment and subscribe. So for today's video, I was out on the road asking persons trick questions. So relax, watch and enjoy. Don't forget to subscribe. I want to see if you are smarter than a 5th grader. Ready?
I am not.
First question. No man, you're a top nurse.
No.
First question. How many pairs of each animal did Moses carry into the ark?
What was 7 pairs?
7?
Yeah.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
Alright, it was Noah who carried the animals into the ark. Alright, so I want to know if you are smarter than a 5th grader, right?
Yeah.
Ready? So your first question is, how many pairs of each animal did Moses carry into the ark?
1 pair.
1 pair. Sure? Question is, some months have 31 days.
Yeah.
Some have 30 days.
Yeah.
But how many months have 28 days?
All of them.
All of them. Very good. Alright. So stop, make up your face now, answer my question. Alright. So since you're a church lady, how many pairs of each animal did Moses carry into the ark?
Noah.
Man, what you answer for? Sure.
Oh, but you say no, the wrong name.
Sure.
You know,
Man, what you
the
answer
right
for?
name.
Sure.
No, but that's it. I know. You never said here now, you know.
I don't want you to say. Man, what you answer for?
There's no.
Sure. Auntie Mama, I'm asking one next one again. Alright? So some months have 31 days, right? Some have 30. But think and tell me now, how many months have 28 days?
No, February.
February alone, you say? That's your answer?
Yeah.
Yeah?
What you want me like it?
So Mama ready now. What is NOT?
Not.
What is ICE?
Ice.
Put it together where you get.
Notice. What you say?
No. You ready? So, if a plane crashes on the border between USA and Canada, where would they bury the survivors?
If a plane crashes between that,
US and Canada, where would they bury the survivors?
No survive.
Yeah, which part them would have buried the survivor them? Since it crashed between the two countries, which part them would have buried the survivors?
So you crash between the two countries. USA and Canada?
Them would have buried them in the two countries?
No.
Which part them would have buried the survivors?
USA and Canada?
The two country?
Yeah.
So Mama, since you bright, which part them would have buried the survivors?
If they crash,
Yeah, between US and Canada.
then I play.
No, them can't bury the survivor. Remember the survivor them are who living on.
Then I play them.
Alright. So, ready now? Why can't a woman living in Europe be buried in America?
How do you know that?
You have to think and answer. Why can't a woman living in Europe be buried in America?
Because she European.
So, where would she be buried then?
No, wait dead.
A living person cannot be buried. She's alive.
Jesus!
Yes. I want to see if you are smarter than a 5th grader. Ready?
Sure.
How many pairs of each animal did Moses carry into the ark?
How many pairs?
Right.
1.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
Alright, so it was actually Noah who carried the animals into the ark. So ready again? What is NOT?
Not.
What is ICE?
Ice.
Put it together, you get?
Notice.
Oh, brilliant, brilliant.
Then have a nice up the channel, yeah.
Already?
I hope I know what hard question, you know.
No, easy question, man. Alright, so easy. How many pairs of each animal did Moses carry into the ark?
Two pairs.
Two pairs. That your final answer?
I'm like, couldn't look on the head pa ama. No look on the head pa ama.
Alright, it was actually Noah who carried the animals into the ark.
Yeah, no.
Alright, so you know, say some months have 31 days, right?
Yes,
And some months have 30 days, right?
yes.
How many months have 28 days?
How many months have 28 days? How many months have 28 days? A February alone, and that is just 1 month.
Alright, so your answer is?
Tricky question, that, you know. Me don't know.
You have to give one answer.
No months.
No months?
Yes.
No, so you're wrong. It's all months. All months have 28 days. Some go beyond 28, but all of them.
Stop.
Alright, Roger, ready? What do you call a man who doesn't have all his fingers on one hand? What do you call a man who don't have all his fingers them on one hand? What do you call somebody like that?
A man.
Who doesn't have all his fingers on one hand?
You don't know that?
You don't know?
No.
You can't give an answer? You don't know if you call him? Alright. So, Andrea, what do you call a man who doesn't have all his fingers on one hand?
Incapacitated.
That means... That means some of them cut off. Well, wrong. You call him normal because nobody has all their fingers on one hand.
Work election day. All your fingers on one hand. On one hand. No, Andrea, but me would.
So, if there was a plane crash in Russia, right? The report said every single person died, but 2 persons survived. What would you call those 2 persons? Or why would those 2 persons survive? Since every single person died.
Ask me again.
So there was a plane crash in Russia, right? Every single person died, but there were 2 survivors. What do you term those 2 survivors? Why would 2 survivors be there if every single person died?
Answer bright.
Fire bright.
You have a plane crash.
Every
The
single
reporter
person died.
is saying every single person died.
But there were 2
persons-
survivors.
There were 2 survivors
Right.
of the plane crash.
After them say every single person died.
I would call them survivors.
You would call them survivors? What would you call him, Auntie Kadisha?
I'm thinking of the report on the cameraman that, but I don't know.
But there were indeed 2 survivors, but every single person died.
Every single a couple.
Very good,
A
Andrea.
couple.
So a couple survived because
Yeah,
every single person died. Ready? Roger, you ready? Want to stop the noise? Okay, me hear him question. How many pairs of each animal did Moses carry into the ark? It's Roger's question. How many pairs of each animal did Moses carry into the ark? You go to church practically every Sunday, so you must know this. How many pairs of each animal Come Roger, you got a good school.
Them not teach you that.
So how many, you never hear of the story? How many you think?
You know, go Sunday school.
How many you think?
About 100.
Alright, so this is the mother. How many pairs,
One
mother?
pair.
One pair.
Almighty to the lamb that was slain.
Teacher, how many you say?
Moses not carry nobody going on.
It was Noah. Alright, so I want to see if you are smarter than a 5th grader, right?
I don't match this.
And you're a churchman.
I don't match this.
And you're a churchman. You don't know what I'm going to ask you. You're a churchman who grew up in the church, right? So I start off easy. I'm going to ask you 2 questions, but I'm going to start off easy for the first one.
Billy, I try to sit me up.
Alright? So the
This
first
is
question
prank where you
is...
try to get me back with.
Prank? No. I'm going to put up a video stuff to say me I got prank you.
You know, you can build up things.
Okay, no. Alright, so how many pairs of each animal did Moses carry into the ark? Easy.
Moses or no?
Answer my question.
No, there's no.
Oh, Noah brought them into the ark. Alright, perfect. Alright, so if alright, very good. So if there was a plane crash in Russia, right? And every single person died, but there were 2 survivors. How is that so?
A plane crash in Russia.
Every single person died,
Everybody dead.
but there were 2 survivors. How is that so?
2 survivors. And the plane crash and everybody on board is dead.
Every single person died.
But you have 2 survivors.
Yes.
I guess they would have been the person we look on and see.
We look on
never
and
drop
see.
on.
Yeah, but them a survivor, so how them feel look on and see.
Don't I mean like, you know, like
The question is saying that 2 persons in the plane
in
survived.
the plane?
Yeah, even though
Then
every
jump
single
out
person died.
with
them
parachute.
That doesn't even make sense.
It makes sense, bro.
Oh God, so that's the final answer.
Survive.
That's the final answer.
Alright, hold on. Plane crash in Russia. Everybody dead.
Every single person died, but there were 2 survivors. How is that so? Tan 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 tan.
Why have you been in
Answer.
Russia?
Country no matter.
Oh, your country no matter? Can you try to put 2 and 2 together? You know?
Look here.
Me no.
You don't know? You know why 2 persons survived? Because they were a couple. The statement said every single person died.
That makes sense. Makes sense.
Alright, so next question.
That's what you say.
Can you get done now? No!
Yeah.
You have to touch you again. So next
That's
question.
not done. That come like some riddle, brother.
Next question now. What do you call a man who doesn't have all his fingers on one hand? What would you call him?
A man who does not have
All his fingers on
all
one
his
hand.
fingers. Normal.
Yeah. You would call him normal. Why?
Because if all your finger them can't dip on one hand.
No, sir, you're too smart for this. That is correct. Sister Mishka.
Can I look away from the camera?
Yeah. That camera.
No.
Alright, Sister Mishka. Church lady from long time, right? So I'm starting out easy cheesy with you. How many pairs of each animals did Moses carry into the ark? Easy.
Any pair? 1 pair.
Yeah, 1 pair.
Yeah.
And that's the final answer.
1 pair each.
That me say.
And that's the final answer,
1
right?
pair of 1 pair of. Yeah.
And that's the final answer.
Yeah, 1 pair.
Almighty to the lamb that was slain.
So you realize that you are wrong, right? It was actually Noah who carried the animals into the ark.
You say? Adam, you say?
And Moses will say, Moses, you Uncle Ear Animals and Ark,
Yes.
right? Tell me when you're ready, you know. It's a grade 5 question, then you know. What's the easy?
Alright. I will picture out edit all that part then.
Alright, good. So, if a plane crashes in Russia, right? Every single person died, but there were 2 survivors. How is that? Want me to repeat?
Sure, yes.
A plane
repeat.
crashes in Russia. Every single person died, but there were 2 survivors. Why is that?
2 survivors.
Yes.
And the plane crash.
Every
Yes.
single
Every
person died.
single person
Every
died.
Right.
single person died.
Oh, a married couple.
Because I need to talk about every single person, every single, you know. That is why Sister Mishka think now and get it right, you know. Don't it? Because him up on every single person, every single
But when I ask him to
person.
repeat it until we get it.
Alright? So next question. If a plane crashes between the USA and Canada, right? The border between USA and Canada, where would they bury the survivors?
When am I gonna bury the survivors?
Yes. Think if it's
When you
between
say
the border
crash,
of USA and
The plane
Canada.
crash. Were there any
That
survivors?
easy.
The plane crash.
Yeah, so where would
People
they
left
bury
dead.
the survivors?
You don't bury
They give them
survivors.
that means say like
No, Sister Mishka, you're too bright.